Um, I also think unemployment or minimum wage laws also cause unemployment, two types of unemployment. Not only do some businesses have to fire, but there's also tons of people who never get a job at all that aren't even on the unemployment roll. So there's an invisible group that ends up getting hurt, as well as an obvious effect that you can quantify in some ways within statistics of our Bureau of Labor Statistics. Sorry, I couldn't remember the name. I almost said BML.
Yeah, I think once again, yeah, it can happen. Raising the minimum wage can lead to less employment or less hours. It can do those things, but it doesn't. So far, it hasn't. The stats I've seen, when states neighboringly, one raises minimum wage, there is no increase in unemployment. When we raise minimum wage in Chicago, we don't see these upticks in unemployment that would match. I think I think minimum wage is so low that even though raising minimum wage could affect these things, it's so low it just doesn't, and we're going to have to get it much further up before we're going to see these effects you're worried about.
Which effects?
Unemployment, less hours.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Do you know how that was measured? As in, is it part of the group of more Keynesian or modern monetary theory groups that are using the monopsony model to measure that, and in particular restaurants or other monopoly type businesses? Is that where the positive effects you've read about come from? Because those are the only type models that I see that show any positive effect, even though it's really small. And that is pretty much the bulk of what's used on the pro minimum wage side. So I truly would like to know if what you're citing or talking about, if it was measured that way.
I don't know. I know there's two studies I read, one in Philadelphia, and I forgot where the other state was, and basically it was just crunching the data of, here were two close cities, one was from separate states, one was from the same state, one raised minimum wage, one didn't. What the effects? And there really wasn't any.
I gotcha.
I'll try and post it when you post it, the links to the two articles.
I gotcha.
Because I think your theory makes sense. It's just not happening right now. The minimum wage is so low, it doesn't have that effect.
I think that's possibly the study that they actually got a different result than what they put out, and they corrected for weather because they thought that because of the really bad weather in one state screwed up their polling in their data set. So they put their own added to that to give it a little up based on their assumptions about weather. And it sounds like the one, the state to state, it sounds like the one that has been criticized by a lot of people just because they made their own condition as opposed to just measuring it and then saying, oh, and by the way, we think this low number is not is not against what our theory was, but we think we should add this much on because of weather. Pretty sure.
I'll post it. You can check it out.
Cool. That's cool. Can you put it up on here somewhere?
Right now, I gotta look it up.
Yeah, me. Oh, I got you. Cool. Well, we'll do two of these. That'll be fun. Maybe that's how we should always do these, so that we don't have to feel like we got to get a 4 binders of ready information. I do have that. As opposed to, I'm writing some of these things down, and then I will go and we can do this again too, and I will look up some of the things you're saying, in particular those articles. So we'll make a deal to send each other info after.